World's oldest known wild bird has another chick at age of 70.
Here's a summary of the article.
John Brack, Friends of Midway Atoll NWR. Wisdom. The albatross, the world's oldest known wild bird, has had a chick at the age of at least 70. The Laysan albatross hatched the chick on 1 February in a wildlife refuge in the North Pacific Ocean, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has said. The father is Wisdom's partner, Ake Akamai, who she has been with since 2012, U.S. wildlife officials said. Albatrosses usually mate for life, but it is believed Wisdom had other partners in the past that she outlived. Although Wisdom hatched her chick in February, the birth, which took place in the Midway Atoll National Wildlife Refuge, in a U.S. minor outlying island in the North Pacific, has only been reported this week. Wisdom laid her egg sometime during the last few days of November, the USFWS wrote in its statement announcing the new arrival. Wisdom returned to sea to forage and her mate Ake Akamai took over incubation duties. Albatross parents share incubation duties and once the chick hatches, share feeding duties.
This post received a score of 18,000, with an upvote ratio of 98%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Things like menopause in humans is actually very rare in other animals. Most animals can reproduce until death. Few animals have a menopause. Humans are joined by just 4 other species in which females live substantially longer than their ability to reproduce. The others are all cetaceans, beluga whales, narwhals, killer whales and short-finned pilot whales.
Given that whales are also socially complex creatures with a strong maternal role in society, where matriarchs are considered repositories of knowledge, I have to wonder if this is coincidental. Would be a stronger consideration if elephants also had a menopause-esque stage.
I'm surprised elephants weren't on the list.
Asian elephants do go through menopause, where the females live longer than their reproductive capacity. I'm not sure why the quoted article doesn't include them.
From the Wikipedia article, with the exception of the short-finned pilot whale, killer whale, narwhals, and beluga whales, such examples tend to be from captive individuals, and thus they are not necessarily representative of what happens in natural populations in the wild.
I wonder if that's because captivity spurs menopause in cetaceans, or because they live longer, safer lives in captivity that simply lets them reach an age where it's a factor. Edit. It's been pointed out correctly, it seems that I misunderstood the science on this and that whales tend to live longer in the wild. Obviously, that'd negate my whole hypothesis pre-handily.
You misunderstood. That was in reference to elephants. Cetaceans tend to have a shorter lifespan in captivity than in the wild.
You're absolutely right that I misunderstood that part. Corrected the above comment with an edit update.
Finally, some news worth reading.
Checklist. Learned something new about albatrosses, 70 frickin' years and still fertile, so they're fertile for a typical lifespan of 12 to 40 years. They typically have a lifelong mate. Didn't get anxiety or feel manipulated from reading article.
Just to ruin albatross love a little. While they do have lifelong mates, there have been many recorded instances of cheating.
Birds just like that sweet, extra pair copulation. For some bird species like the white-throated sparrow, extra pair copulation is an essential part of their life history. Edited second link to an article that has more info on white-throated sparrow EPCs.
Hey, big fan of white-throated sparrows and look forward to reading the behavioral ecology article on them. Also, I had never heard of EPC before and read most of the wiki. Very interesting, thanks for sharing, I learn a lot.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.